Hello, everybody. It's Tom, and I'm back again with another comic haul. Um, just wanted to thank everybody who watched my last video and left a lot of comments on it. There was a lot of nice things that folks had said about my videos and things of that nature. Sorry, I'm feeling a little sick today. I don't know if I'm coming down with something or it's allergies. Nevertheless, thanks everybody who's been watching, and got a lot of good books to show, cool books in this haul. A lot of the books came from other YouTubers, either through trades or were gifted by them. Also participated in my first YouTube live auction that Alex the comic hoarder threw, and Alex is another cool guy as well. He too had said some really nice things about me in during the auction when he saw that I was in the chat, and kind of took me aback a bit. But enough talking about silly things like that. To show you guys the books. First, a couple of things that I picked up that are not comic books. I grabbed the Spider-Man Homecoming and the Wonder Woman Blu-rays. Both of these were awesome flicks. This amazing hunk of plastic right here is the Marvel Select Planet Hulk figure. This is perhaps the coolest figure in my collection. I wanted this thing from the second I saw it. I believe it cost $35. It's a Disney Store exclusive. Just a phenomenal figure. Very glad to have this. Next, in the background here, you will see a Red Sonja sketch that Matt, Comic Hoarder 410, had gifted me. He picked this up at Baltimore Comic Con from an artist by the name of S.L. Gallant, Gallant. Those of you who are G.I. Joe fans are familiar with his work. He's done a lot of G.I. Joe covers. But Matt knew I'm a Red Sonja fan, and he had told me during the con to go look at, go to his table and buy some print, some of his sketches, and I didn't do it. So he took it upon himself to know what I wanted, and even though when I didn't, and hooked me up with this. So thank you, Matt. In addition to that, at the con, as soon as I saw him, he handed me this book. The Baltimore Comic Con convention exclusive Red Sonja #1 with the gold letters. Sorry, let me see if I can try to cut down this glare somehow. That helps a little. So he had sent me that book, handed me that book. And then we had also done a trade. He knows that I'm a big Frank Frazetta fan, and we traded for this book. Creepy number 16. Really nice condition. He actually had 2 of these and sent me this one. So thank you, Matt. I really appreciate it as always. Let's see. Next group of books I got from KKN Comics. We actually, he sent me 2 shipments of books. First book he had sent me was Beavis and Butthead #1. Harley Quinn Future's End #1, and a Lady Death issue. Those were some extra books. But in addition to that, he had scored a crazy number of these books. I mean, maybe like 15 or 20. I can't remember how many. And I asked him, if I can get one of these Shogun Warrior books. It was the last book I needed to complete my run, and sure enough, he sent me that. And in addition to that, Logan's Run #1. He knows that I'm a Lucio Perillo fan. He's slowly but surely coming around to appreciating his work as well. So he sent me that. So that's Queen Sonja #29 and #30 and #31. I like that cover the best out of all of them. he also sent me this book, and I had the misfortune of leaving that book that you see there out on the table in my dining room, and my wife had seen it, and she was like, "What the hell are you buying now?" And had to explain it to her. He had also sent me Michael Turner's Fathom #0, a Wizard World Los Angeles exclusive, and Ultimate X #2, Art Adams. And then he had found a couple of these at a local shop, and he was kind enough to pick one up for me. He got one for himself, and I bought the other one from him. Warlord of Mars #1, J. Scott Campbell, negative variant. I love these negative variant books that Dynamite does, or did. I don't think they do them anymore. But so I got all those books. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate them very much. Let's see. And let's see. These next group of books I got from another fellow YouTuber who doesn't make videos anymore, but Matt and I speak to him like almost every day, or text with him every day. It's Evan Leahy. He sells a lot of books on Instagram, and he's on Instagram a lot now. But he had picked me up these books at a con. He knows I'm into some of the, the kitty type books, and a Popeye fan. So he gave me Popeye the Sailor, Daffy Duck. These are all from Dell here. Tom and Jerry. And I used to love this cartoon as a kid. Quick Draw McGraw. And Yogi Bear. And then he also gifted me this book here, this David Finch Convergence cover. He's going to be at New Jersey Comic Expo this weekend. I'm going to bring that book with me, and hopefully I'll get him to sign it. And then I purchased a couple of books from him. Batman #359 with the Rogues Gallery and first full Killer Croc cover. Guardians of the Galaxy #1, Phantom variant with Thanos on the cover. He knows I'm a big Milo Manara fan, and he hooked me up with this Nebulina Part 2. I'm sorry, #8. Nebulina Part 2 of some storyline. It says here, "You're welcome, America," on the bottom. Manara just kills it every time he does something. Some more Art Adams goodness. Justice League of America #5. And Michael Turner sketch variant for Justice League of America #2. And last, World's Finest #111, first appearance of the Clock King. So very, very happy to get all of those books, especially this one. I was actually eyeing this book up for a little while on eBay, and he happened to post it on Instagram that he had a copy for sale. So thank you very much, Evan. Next, some books that I picked up at the flea market. I got another Hellboy trade paperback, Hellboy Seed of Destruction, Green Lantern #50, Vengeance #1. Found this Gen 13 by Chris Claremont, #3. The New Avengers 11, first appearance of Ronan. A random Hulk issue. Slowly putting this mini-series together. Marvel The End. All-Star Squadron #25. Found that for like $1 or 50 cents. A couple of first appearances in there. Sensational She-Hulk #34. It's my second copy of that, but at 50 cents I wasn't going to leave it. Another copy of Iron Man 219, first appearance of Ghost. Silver Sable number 18, I just picked it up because of the Venom appearance. And last, a Lucio Perillo book. It's got a wraparound cover, Blackbeard, The Legend of the Pirate King, number 1. So anytime I see Lucio Perillo stuff, I'm going to grab it. I made another trade with PGH Comic Expert, and he had a couple of books that I was interested in. Some more Michael Turner goodness. Top Cow Spectacular. Marvel 2-in-1 Annual number 7. I believe this is a first appearance of one of the Infinity Gems, maybe the Power Stone. I'd have to research that just to make sure. Should have done it before I filmed. Marvel 2-in-1 Annual number 5. And this bad boy right here. Incredible Hulk number 182. It's missing the value stamp. That's good enough for me. It's probably as close as I'll get to first appearance of Wolverine. Maybe I'll come across 180 someday. But this is good enough for me. So thank you very much for those. And a couple of local LCS pickups. The regular cover or the non-convention exclusive for Sheena. Wonder Woman number 30. Amazing Spider-Man 32. The Venomized Villains cover. Supergirl number 13. I didn't like cover 14. I didn't pick that up. But I do have a copy of 15 on hold. I'll be picking that up in the next couple of days. And then Harley and Betty and Veronica number 1 Adam Hughes cover. That was a must-have for me. I had to get that at all costs. So I got all those. Next is some more Lucio Perillo stuff. A former YouTuber, Ferengi102. You know, I still text back and forth with him once in a while. He happens to have a Second and Charles near his house. And I had remembered that Second and Charles sells these fried pie variants. So he grabbed that for me. I had also ordered one online by from Comics Exposure, and I tried canceling the order, but wasn't successful in doing it. Tried calling them a couple of times, emailing them, they didn't reply. But so I have 2 of these. One's available for trade if anybody's interested. Next, I have a couple of books here that I picked up at Hot Topic. I got 3. I sold one of them. I'm try and sell the other 2 copies. Rick and Morty number 1. So those are for sale if anybody's interested. I'm looking to get $25 a piece for those, free shipping. Coming down the home stretch. Another eBay purchase. I'm a big Frank Frazetta fan, as I've mentioned a million times. And I found this on eBay for a good price. National Lampoon with the Frazetta cover. And found this at the flea market. Amazing Spider-Man Spirits of the Earth by Charles Vess. It's funny, Tumu just showed this book the day after I picked up my copy. Haven't read it yet, but the art on the inside looks amazing, and I've heard it's a good read. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. I'm just not feeling the greatest. Next are some Conan magazines that I was able to get. during the auction with Alex the Comic Hoarder. So I picked up this lot of books for 20 bucks. Savage Tales number 3. I believe this is number 4. And you know, the numbers are not on the outside, but I believe this is number 5. Some of these have Barry Windsor Smith art on the inside as well. And then another issue, number 6, Savage Tales. And I had just traded a copy of this to Matt, Comic Hoarder, and I got another copy back of number 7 and number 9. I'm looking forward to cracking these open and giving these a read. And number 10. And then the last two that I got, Savage Sword of Conan Annual number 1 and Savage Tales Annual number 1. So I thought I did pretty good. I actually got this lot off of Aim High Comics. He's also a YouTuber. So he had some pretty cool books up for sale during their auction. And I think he's going to have another auction this coming Sunday on YouTube as well. Alright, just a handful of books left. So I went to my local flea market a couple weekends ago, and I didn't have any cash on me. But I did have a bunch of stuff laying around in my garage, some Kiss collectibles that I no longer am really